Hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Performance Testing by Veda Technologies. So it is completely, we have started this new series, okay, Performance Testing full course with a chain meter. So this is day 5. So in the day 5, you will get to understand some from scratch, okay. From scratch, you will get to understand SDLC process. Okay, if you are manual tester or if you're any type of tester, any kind of tester or automation tester or database related or performance tester, everyone must get to understand the life cycle of software development life cycle. Okay, so here in this video quickly I had discussed from scratch. Okay, so from first phase to till QA related phase means testing. Okay, till testing I had been discussed, and there you will get complete knowledge till QA only. So next video the complete picture of SDLC will get understand. Okay, if you are new to this channel, you can subscribe our channel, and in our channel we are going to be uploaded more interview related questions and mock interviews also from our students. Okay, thank you. You can start watching the video. Yesterday in the last session, right, we just had seen the job roles and how the opportunities would be if you are into the performance testing. If you learn the performance testing, how the job opportunities would be. Just to overview in the IT we had seen yesterday. So today we are going to be discuss and see what is actually performance testing, where are we involving, what is our jobs and what is our roles and responsibilities as part of the performance testing. Okay, so before that, let's get understand the general way how the applications, how the softwares are building nowadays, right? So let's say as an end user we are using the Amazon or different kind of products. We are using the e-commerce based applications. We are using banking based, insurance based, right? E-commerce, everything we are using being online. But how these applications are being developed? How these applications are being developed? Let's say you are the owner, you had the business, you wanted to be converted into the online business. So let's say I had selling my products online, not online. I'm selling my products offline. Like I do not have any application to maintain the orders, or to showcase it to everyone. I do not have any application. Okay. I need one software, something like Amazon or something like Flipkart, something like Myntra. If I take any example related to the e-commerce, how the application will be developed here. So everywhere, any application will be started here with any IT company. Okay, let's say you are the business owner. Okay, whenever you are having the requirement, you will be contacting any IT company, any vendor you will be contacting. It would be TCS, it would be Capgemini, it would be any other company. You will be trying to contact them to develop your application, right? Any IT organization you will be contacting. As a client, you will be approaching to any IT company, right? So as a business owner, let's say we already spoke about this. Okay. If it is the e-commerce, what are your requirements? What is the objective of your business? If it is the e-commerce, if you're trying to sell your products, what is your requirement? What is your objective of the business? Can someone tell me? What is the
The
objective of your business? You need
the
to
application that which
sell
we are
your product, right? Sell your product. Eventually, you need to sell your product. For that, you will be having different kind of product pages. User should be able to register. User should be able to search your products. User should be able to add the cart, and user should be able to book the product. That's how the all the requirements will be hand over to the any IT organization. In IT organization, there is a business roles called BA. The business analyst will be taking care of all the requirements from the customer. So customer will be asking, okay, business analyst also will be asking to the business owner, the customer, what are all your requirements? What kind of business it is? So this guy, business analyst, okay, business analyst will be gathered all the information from the customer. It depends on the application. If I take my business is related to the products, yes, I need the end user should be able to access my application and book the product. On which basis he is able to book the product? Okay. He will be understanding all the requirements from the client, from the customer by the business analyst from any one of the IT company he is approaching. Understand? So business analyst, what does business analyst here? He will be gather all the requirements from the customer. He will be having back-to-back meetings and trying to understand client requirement. Client requirement he will be understanding. Business analyst will be understanding mostly. He will be trying to understand and keep it one of the documentation. So let's say this is e-commerce based application. Client is looking for to book the product and should be able to cancel the product, should be able to have all the product information, should be having the registration. We should need to maintain the orders for 1 year at least. This all the information can be gathered by the business analyst. Any application in general way, this is how the development would be started. This is how the application is going to be started for the development. Very first phase application is started with the requirement gathering. Here, who will be involved? Business analyst will be involved with the customer. He will try to understand all the requirements by standing up different kind of multiple meetings, and he will come up with the ideas also. Business analyst, this guy is experienced person into the domains, right, into the ideas and adding into the customers. Like if customer is not knowing everything, he will try to add the suggestion for his business, and he will be making one of the document called requirement gathering documentation. Because without requirement, without understanding the customer, I cannot build the application, right? So that is why this phase is most important in any application before it is developed. Any software application is building, that is called very first phase of the cycle is called requirement gathering. Customer will be involved and business analyst also will be involved. He will be keeping inside the document called requirement gathering documentation. Okay, understand? So next, once we gather all the requirements from the customer, there would be the phasing called design phase. So let's say, let me open one of the application. I had opened the Amazon application here. Okay. In Amazon application, here in the page one, what are all the components are there? Here we do have location related, we do have multiple product information, right? In the first page, whenever I am clicking on this particular category, it is moving to the other page related to the, we are trying to explore this kind of products, right? In the page one. Next, if I go to the cell, what kind of options are there? Sign up options is there. So if I go to the buy again, what kind of page it is? If I go to the customer service, how the looks like the page, this all the structure, this kind of all the structure and architecture can be designed in a high level. It's something like, let's say you're trying to build the house. So what is the first phase? Once you got the land and all, usually if it is very high construction, like let's say you're planning for apartment, you wanted to build the apartment, you got the land. Okay, later on, for the high level, there should be the plan, there should be the design documentation, architecture document. In the architecture document, what things are there, where how many plots we are dividing into, right? In every flat, where should be the hall, where should be the bedroom, right? Where should be the sleeping room, where should be the balcony, and all it will be keeping inside the document or not. That is called architecture documentation. If you're supposed to build the any house, any construction, there should be some high level plan. What are we going to be built out? How are we partitioning the hall? How are you partitioning the kitchen? How are you partitioning the balcony and all? We'll be having somewhat idea. Is that correct? The documentation all can be prepared. In the same way, once we gather the requirements from the customer, we need to, okay, we need to give some design documentation. How many pages should be developed? What is the how many servers should be, right? High level design can be happening as part of the design phase. They will be planning how the application should be, how many pages should be there, how the product information should be giving to the end users. All these things can be happening as part of the designing phase. This designing phase. Every roadmap can be having into the design for the application. Once designing phase is done, they will be looking into the coding. Here, the actual thing can be happening. Coding can be happening here. So here, everything can be done. The plan can be happening. The architecture can be happening, can be planned. And also what kind of tools can one, what kind of technologies can be used, either it is Java or it can be developed in the Python or .NET. Everything can be added, can be decided in the designing phase. How many pages should be there, how the architecture should be for the application. Everything can be discussed as part of the design. In the design, the plan and all, like how many people are required, how many design people are required, how many developers are required, how many testers are required for this particular project, how much database team is required. Everything can be decided over the designing phase. Once the designing phase is done, based on the requirement, developers will be involved here and they will start developing the application. Right? Let's say if it is the Java application, they will start developing the application based on the designing phase, based on the requirement from the customer. They will start developing the application and hand over it to the testers. Hand over it to the testers. QA team will be involved here. Let's say these guys have developed the code. Okay. Here, if I take an example of Amazon.com, here we are seeing different kind of pages and all, but directly they don't deploy the application into the production. Okay, here as an end user, what is the URL you are able to see, by the way? Just www.amazon.in. Is that correct? This is the application URL. As a end user, as a customer from the end user, you will be able to see this. Right? In the back end, there would be multiple cycles can be happening. So once these guys are developed the application,
Okay. Once dev team is developed the application, they will be hand over application to the testers from different environments. Let's say they will be naming as www dot, let's say, qa dot amazon dot in or uat dot amazon dot in. They don't directly giving www dot amazon dot in. Remember, there would be multiple cycles can be happening before we are using. VR means live users. End users, before end users are using, there would be different kind of environments. Understand? Let's say these guys are developed and QA www dot qa dot amazon dot com. Okay, this is the URL where testers QA team is able to test it. QA team is able to get the application from the developers. Okay, let's say I'm the QA. I got this application. What is the next step? What is the next job as a QA engineer, quality analyst?